Are you tired of seeing homeowners and property owners have their lives turned over and ruined by greedy insurance companies? Hey, this is Mendy with My Insurance Claim Expert, and let me tell you a little bit about why I'm so passionate about what I do and how you can help. See, about 6 years ago, I got into public adjusting, and I fell in love with it. Yes, I make a great living doing this, but it's more about that reward I feel when I help the widow who's 80 years old and her insurance company tells her they only owe her $600 after a hurricane, and I'm able to tell her, hey, we got you $68,000, you can put your life back together. There's no better feeling in the world helping people. So today I want all of you to help me with something I'm very passionate about, helping the insured. And what I want to do is I want to get this message out there about what we can do to change what's going on in the world with the state of insurance in the United States. Okay. Some of you may not realize, if you haven't been through an insurance claim, you may not realize, but if your friends have, they may realize. The insurance companies over the years have been changing the laws and changing the policies in a manner that really hurts you, the insured, until it becomes one-sided only in favor of the insurance company. And today I read over one of our insured's policies, which just made me red. And what it was a State Farm policy in the state of Florida. And they changed the appraisal clause in. Now, I don't want to get over detailed over here so that you guys can understand this. I'm going to try to keep it simple. But appraisal is an alternative dispute resolution. Typically, what it means is that if you and your insurance company don't agree on how much they should pay you, then either one of you can invoke appraisal. You choose somebody to represent be your appraiser, the insurance company chooses an appraiser, and the two of them choose a neutral third party to be the umpire in case the two appraisers don't agree. If the two appraisers agree, they sign an amount how much the insurance company has to pay. If they don't agree, they bring in the umpire, and any two signatures of the three-party panel determines the amount of the award. And this is, to be quite honest, one of the best ways of resolving claims because it's relatively quick compared to some other options, and it is typically a fair resolution. Now, insurance carriers, as the laws in the state of Florida have changed more in favor of the insurance companies and away from being in the interest of the homeowners, the insurance companies have taken advantage of this and made their policies worse and worse. For example, they put in roof schedules saying they only have to pay a portion of your roof because it's older roof, so they should only pay. We had one just the other day come in where they paid, I think, 23% of the roof value because it was 20 years old. Okay, well now the homeowner has to replace his roof now instead of in 10 years from now, and they have to come up with 77% of that. They got rid of litigation costs, meaning in the past in Florida, if your insurance company acted bad, and even though they knew they shouldn't refuse to pay you properly, and you took them to trial and you won, they had to pay your attorney costs. Because why should you suffer the loss because your insurance company misbehaved? Well, the legislators in Florida got rid of that. And as the insurance companies realize that they can misbehave as much as they want and the state isn't going to do anything about it, they've made the policies put in language to make it worse and worse. And so I read the State Farm policy that changed it, where in the past either you or State Farm could choose to go to appraisal. It was either or, as long as one party decided so. They changed that. They made it a one-sided contract. You have no right to demand appraisal on a State Farm policy under the new ones. Only State Farm can decide to go to appraisal. So if State Farm decides it's in their interest, they'll go to appraisal. If they decide, no, this is going to cost us money, we'd rather deny it. And these people, they're probably not going to sue us, so we're going to walk away scot-free instead of paying $50,000, $100,000. We're going to pay nothing. We're going to pay $1,000, etc. So we're not going to go to appraisal. Now, it gets even worse than that. Even if they do decide to go to appraisal, in the past, in Florida, appraisal panels can determine causation. What does that mean? Your insurance company may say, well, we owe for the gutters, but the roof, that's not from the hurricane, that's from something else, so we don't have to pay for it. Well, if it goes to appraisal, the panel, who is usually more, how do we say, honest than the insurance companies, the panel will look at it and they can tell this is wind damage and they're going to put in to pay for the roof. However, under the new state, therefore the panel is deciding that that is wind damage and you do owe for it, which is reasonable. We're bringing in this panel to resolve the claim. State Farm changed it where The panel cannot determine causation unless State Farm asks for them to determine causation. Okay? Again, one-sided for the insurance company. They're basically saying, we don't even care about our customers, our insured's rights. We want to make this a one-sided deal where basically you pay us premiums, pay us premiums, pay us premiums, and if you have damage, we're going to screw you over and we're not going to pay you. Okay, so that's why I'm making this video, because I'm passionate. It's time to end this one-sided, our government's making laws just in favor of the insureds, and this is why I'd like to call on the President of the United States. Mr. President, congratulations on taking office. I'd like you to come in and I'd like you to put together a committee who's going to put in laws a basic homeowners bill of rights for insurance. Okay? And one of the things that should be in that basic homeowners bill of rights, there should be two things that I feel is extremely important. Number one, if your insurance company misbehaves, they refuse to pay the claim properly, okay, then they should automatically have to pay your attorney fees if you win in trial. Number two, let's avoid litigation. There's a simple solution. Make it mandatory appraisal clause for all policies in the United States. And what do I mean mandatory appraisal clause? That means any policy written in the United States of America should have appraisal as an option, that either party, either the insurance company or the homeowner, can demand appraisal. Even if the carrier denies coverage, that the appraisal panel should be able to determine causation, and the appraisal panel should be able to determine the scope of the loss. That is the solution to our insurance crisis. Therefore, all of you who are watching this video, please join me on this journey. Help me out over here by forwarding this